What's up guys, it's been a while since I posted a video like this, literally months, and usually I just stream on Twitch or post on my TikTok and shorts and stuff like that, and this is a high kill game that I got with Red Death, and as a lot of people know, if you've watched my TikToks or my streams, I've mained Crimson since I started playing Destiny. I just thought the healing factor was really fun and I was able to do really good with it. And so when I heard that Red Death was coming out, I was like, oh my god, this is going to be so good. I didn't know exactly what it was going to be like, and it's not exactly like D1 Red Death, like I wish it was. But I still use it all the time, and I do really good with it. I 2-tap all the time, like 2-burst, and this has become one of the guns that I use for like comp and all of my Trials games. Literally every single one of my flawlesses has been with Red Death. I know there's a lot of other pulse rifles that are just as good, like Elsie's rifle, but I don't really like it. I don't know how it feels. I don't know if it's just the sight. I'm not a fan of the sight. I just don't like how those pulse rifle feels. They don't feel as consistent as Red Death feels to me. And all of my friends know that as soon as I pull out Red Death is when I'm going to start doing the best. I pair the Red Death with the Someday shotgun, which honestly I think is the best precision frame shotgun. I know a lot of people like Matador and the reprised one from Guardian of Salvation, but I don't really like those too much. I don't really get consistent kills with them that much. And I already have like over 600 kills since I got it crafted. I didn't get it crafted too long ago, honestly. I got it a few weeks ago. And it is just my favorite shotgun to pair with the Red Death. Red Death's Catalyst makes it to where anytime you get a kill with Red Death, it charges it, and then your next kill is going to give you and your allies a healing burst. I know this healing burst has healed me and my allies and saved us in like games of Trials or comp. And like I said, this gun is one gun that I feel so consistent with. I can consistently get kills with it, and I'm confident with it. Before, I had a really bad issue where I would just like switch guns all the time, switch my loadouts, and so I didn't really get good with any loadout I used until Red Death came out. And I was like, you know what, I don't care if I'm going to be bad with this gun at the start, I'm going to keep using it, I'm going to get good with it, because I've wanted this gun to return for so long now. And so when it came out in the final shape, I was like, okay, I'm going to lock in. I'm going to get over 1,000 kills before the end of Act 1. And I actually did that. I actually got over 1,000 kills with it within a week of the final shape being out. And now that Act 2 of Revenant just started, I am a little over 1,600 kills with it. I kind of laid back off of it once I got 1,000 kills. I was like, you know what, I'm going to just start having fun using other loadouts, using the Kvostov. Because at the time, Kvostov was like stupidly overpowered. It had crazy good range. It would just kill everything in its sight. So I did start using Kvostov a little bit more. And then I kind of came back to Red Death once Kvostov got a nerf. Because Kvostov got a big nerf to its range. It was basically mapping people across the map. And people are like, oh my god, this gun's too overpowered. It has the best stats. I mean, what can you expect when you decide to put as many 7s into a stat package as you can? But I know Red Death did get a nerf to where you can't 2-tap with it consistently. But you can still 2-tap with it. If you get good with it and get really used to its recoil pattern, you can 2-tap with it. I know I 2-tap with it all of the time. It's the only good gun that's in the energy slot. There aren't very many good guns in energy slot. Like in the kinetic slot, there's like Ace of Spades, Thorn, Hawkmoon. There's just a bunch of good guns that are in the kinetic slot. But the energy slot doesn't have that many. So I would say that Red Death is one of the best choices to use in the energy slot. I know it has a lot of competition with Elsie's rifle, but again, I don't really like Elsie's rifle, so I don't use it personally. But also in the energy slot, there's Igneous Hammer, which is a 120, which recently got a big buff to where you can now 2-head 1 body, which before you would have to get 3 headshots, which really just made it a worse version of a 140, so a lot of people just used 140s. So now that 120s got buffed, a lot more people are using Igneous Hammer. Even though Igneous Hammer itself did get a little bit of a stat nerf, a lot of people are still using it. It's still a really good option, and especially if you have the old version, because the old Igneous Hammer has a perk called Celerity, which I'm not really sure what it does because I don't have it myself. I only have the most recent version of the Igneous Hammer. But I would still say Red Death is one of the better energies that's out there, honestly. Despite the nerf to its range and stability, I still find it to be one of the better pulse rifles. But anyways, tell me how you feel about the Red Death. And also tell me what your favorite energy weapon is. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and consider subscribing. I am going to be posting more. I know I don't post as consistently, but I just recently got Destiny 1, so I'm going to be making a video about that. So be excited to see my gameplay and my thoughts about Destiny 1. Bye, guys.